Go. 10-second pause.
Because making something disappear isn't enough. You have to bring it back. That's why every magic trick has a third act. The hardest part. The part we call the prestige. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thinking Box Podcast. My name is Kyle.
I'm Sophie.
I'm Spartacus.
Yeah.
And is Mohammad going to respond? Nah,
And-
he's muted. Mohammad, you're muted, mate.
Okay, Mohammed's muted, but...
I've been bamboozled. My bad, guys.
Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right.
A lot happened in the 2 weeks we weren't covering
Nah,
news.
but guys, before we start, everyone give a round of applause to Kyle. He watched the movie today.
I know, it was hard. It was very hard. I know, it's an achievement, really.
And he watched the Nolan movie, and he quoted it.
Mm-hmm.
Respect.
And it was really hard to keep track of.
Well, it was the Prestige, so you know.
I had to have Trey explain a part of it to me because I was really confused.
Well, yeah, that's the beauty of a Nolan movie. You have to think about it.
Yeah, you were right. I've been thinking about it all day.
You got to use the big brain.
Anyway, so yeah, we've been like out for 2 weeks, so we got a lot to catch up on. Let's start off with Falcon Winter Soldier.
We're gonna start with Falcon Winter Soldier?
Yeah, we're gonna start with Falcon Winter Soldier and end with the other thing.
Oh, okay. We got 2 episodes to talk about, so this will take out a good amount of time.
Speed round. Fight.
All right. I forgot what happened. Like that was the Zemo dancing episode, right?
Yeah, and then fans asked for the longer cut, and then Marvel's
And we
"Sure."
got it.
Yes.
We got it. Took 6 days.
Yeah, less than a week.
1,500.
Less than a week. Suck my dick, DC fans.
Yeah.
I know, I'm so upset about that. Like, at the same time, not really, because I hate DC, but love it at the same time. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's honestly like really cool that people were like campaigning for a joke. Then it happened.
But then Feige's like, you know what? I love you fans. You're liking this new Disney Plus stuff. Here you go. Here's the minute of Zemo dancing. You're welcome, Internet.
And you know what? He's got some moves.
You know what? Dancing Hannibal Lecter. I love it. I love it.
But yeah, Zemo has just been one of like I did not expect to like him as much as I have been.
He's
Like
an adorable villainous bastard, and I love it.
he's actually like engaging. Like I don't love how he's more quippy. Like I don't love the quippiness. But I don't
see him as quippy. I see him as polite.
Wait,
like
can I say
Hannibal
something?
Lecter polite.
I think what I kind of viewed it as manipulativeness. Like
Wait,
he's
That too.
I want to say something.
why I'm
I want to
saying-
say
like-
something.
he's trying to mimic Sam and Bucky, so like as like make them more comfortable. Okay, yeah, Mohammad.
So, okay, I haven't seen episode 3 or 4 yet because I'm out of town. But when I'm looking at the scenes of Zemo, the only thing I could compare these scenes from just what I saw are like the Ken Jeong scenes from the Hangover movies.
I mean, you're not totally wrong. That's not super far out, but like I see what they're portraying Zemo as a polite, marvelly Hannibal Lecter, not like eating people kind of Hannibal, but like the polite, calm. I will talk to people, I will communicate with people, but it's all a means to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely like how he's shown more as less of he's shown as I just like how he's a manipulator. Like
Because like
he's not a fighter. Well, he kind of is, but still.
like I'm not surprised he's like different as he was in Civil War, even though I would argue he's not super different. I saw the polite Zemo a little bit in Civil War, but like he accomplished his mission, he won in Civil War, so now he's okay, and he spent some time in prison. He's still a villain. He's still gonna betray Sam and Bucky towards the end because we've seen he has his own agenda, and I'm excited to see how it unfolds. But
And even if we didn't know he had his own agenda, he would betray Sam and Bucky. It's so obvious.
I mean, he just escaped in the last episode, so
And I guess, plot hole, is that everyone is way too okay with it. Like, it should take a lot more convincing than this. Come on, to
That's
let
not a
people.
plot hole.
It's an inconsistency, and
Yeah.
I think it's a plot hole because none of these characters would actually act like that.
Fair.
I mean, there's bigger fish to fry, so to speak.
Yeah, but he's like a really bad dude, and all of them were just like, "Oh, don't break him out of prison, but can I please?" Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there are other characters who are like trying to go after Zemo and put him back, or at least put them in
Yeah.
their
Like we
own.
got Wakandans hunting them down, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's all funny because until Ayo shows up.
Yeah, dude, Ayo
Bro.
was cool.
Which we forget she's in 5 MCU properties now. So that's
Really?
Oh, did you
she's in
see
Civil
that
War.
the day after that episode aired with Oe? Is that her name?
Ayo.
Ayo. Okoye was trending on Twitter because I thought she
Oh
was
my
the other.
God.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the entire internet thought she was Okoye, and I'm like, what the hell?
Dude.
Yeah, they
That's a
thought it
little
was
racist.
Wrong Warrior. It was, I mean, I don't want to say it's funny, but it's also a bit wrong.
It's racist, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, just
Like,
speaking.
I feel bad for her.
Speaking of the Dora
Twitter
Milaje,
stupidity is funny.
speaking of the Dora Milaje, that opening scene in Wakanda in episode 4,
Bro,
beautiful.
dude, Sebastian Stan, give him all the Emmys.
You know, he knows how to act, man.
I mean,
You're
have
like,
you seen him in
listen-
I, Tonya? Oh, wait, you probably haven't.
I did.
I've seen
Margot Robbie's great. But here's my thing, which is, again, this is why I'm again loving the idea of Disney Plus shows. They're fleshing out these characters more. That's the point of them. The longer arcs helps flesh them out, and they have them great character moments. People are saying Elizabeth Olsen should, be nominated for Emmy. Sebastian Stan should. These actors are doing great because they're given more because the stuff is longer. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and I feel like when it comes to like the movies, Bucky Barnes has always been a part of like the sidelines, really.
Well, like,
Yeah.
look, I've always been emotional in Winter Soldier, where fights Cap, but like, yeah, we haven't seen Bucky focused on as much as he should be, but now he is, and it's great.
Oh yeah, I also want to address something. Do you think maybe Zemo will like backstab Bucky and then like he'll expose? Because in the first episode, Bucky has that relationship with the old man, and he doesn't know that he killed his son. So do you think Zemo will like expose him?
No,
Oh.
I think Bucky will come clean to him himself. He has to be the one to make amends, and I feel like that's going to be important to his character. Having Zemo do it's gonna rub me the wrong way.
I
Yeah.
honestly don't even think that's gonna happen. Like,
Well, I
maybe
mean,
the last episode and like an epilogue. Maybe. I don't know.
they will have to address it because then it's just like you set
It's
this
a
up.
loose thread that's annoying.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're
But yeah. Anything else about Falcon and Winter Soldier? Because
I mean, another thing too that was kind of interesting to me was when the Wakandans were able to take off Bucky's arm, because people on Twitter are saying this, and I 100% agree. That just shows the Wakandans did not fully trust Bucky, which is really sad because now the only person who now ever trusted Bucky was Steve.
Well, okay, but at the same time, would you expect them to? Like,
I mean, I understand it, but at the same time, it's kind of sad that Bucky, thought the Wakandans, had his back a little bit, but there were still contingencies against him. Which,
You lost
granted,
your
if I was in their place, I would do the same thing. But it's still a little sad.
You lost
Bucky's
your arm
standpoint.
privilege, Bucky.
it's not like they betrayed him either. Like, they still helped him and still overall were a good influence on his life.
No, the Wakanda soldiers. They're the Dora Milaje.
Yeah.
Also,
Not
they
the
made
Wakanda soldiers.
Sharon Carter in this series,
Oh yeah.
which is kind of crazy because I really didn't like her character in all the other movies she was in.
Well, it's because she was just, side character. Besides that one scene in Winter Soldier where she pointed a gun at Frank Grillo. Besides that, she hasn't, been that impactful.
She
Besides,
just,
kissing
just
her
been
uncle.
she's just been like a weird love interest for a character she shouldn't have been.
Yeah, which like I understand, which is kind of weird. Which is like I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think when they have plot points to do it, but at that moment you're just like, you guys didn't plan for the Peggy Carter Steve thing there, didn't you?
No, definitely not.
Right.
You can plan for everything because that's not an engaging way to write
Yeah.
script.
I do like that she's like not completely, but a very different character. She's pissed and she's mean, and it makes sense because if she was just regular old Sharon Carter, it wouldn't make sense. You know, her government turned her back on her. She can't see her family. The Avengers kind of betrayed her. That's kind of it kind of sucks for her, and she's different, and it's endearing.
This show is basically just about how it sucks being a superhero, basically.
Which something I want to see without making them murder people. Which Falcon's kind of killed people, Bucky's kind of killed people, but it's not murdery.
Speaking of murdering people, I honestly think that U.S. Agent is the most engaging character in the show.
I mean,
he's Homelander for a younger adult. Not younger.
Exactly.
Younger
he's a Homelander, but lit kid-friendly Homelander. He's doing some violent shit, but
I don't think I wouldn't compare him to
not family friendly, but like
I wouldn't compare him to Homelander because Homelander's like confident in what he's doing. The thing is, John can't handle the pressure of being Captain America, and because of that, he's acting out.
That's why. I would say that's more, season 2 compared with the Homelander, because Homelander, he's dealing with some shit in season 2. People are turning his back on him, he's more violent.
I'll say this for Homelander in season 2. It's in season 1, he's more of like he's always like lurking around somewhere throughout the whole first season, but in the second season, we really kind of like analyze him in a way. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But that's my take on it. But yeah.
Also, fun fact, that moment where he kills that flag smasher is ripped right from the comics. And it's really cool just to see a moment. In the comics, it was they killed his parents, and he just brutally killed the entire, I don't remember who it was. I think it was a faction of Hydra. But I just like that they take moments from the comics and do them on screen.
Wait, was it did they use a shield and just smashed him?
No, it wasn't. It's not like a 1-to-1 thing. It's just that it's clear they took inspiration from that moment for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's two very cool things about that moment. One, it kind of shows what would happen when Steve for a split second we thought Steve was gonna kill Tony in Civil War when he put the shield over and just stabbed him in the chest. You guys might not have thought he was gonna kill Tony, but for a split second I thought Tony was dead and Cap was gonna kill him. My heart was gonna be broken. But another cool thing too is that the imagery of the blood-stained shield, it shows that shield is now stained with the violence is something that Captain
God,
which kind of makes me think that Falcon's not going to take it at the end. It kind of makes me think no, this shield is tainted. I can't use it. Because I think that too.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm thinking he's going to take it up to, reconcile what John Walker's going to do. Like, he's definitely going to suit up in a black suit and spray paint the shield black and red and, do some stuff. And Sam's either going to be like, okay, this shield's too much. I need to be Captain America without the shield. Or like, hey, I need this shield to stand for hope again.
Do you guys think that
US Supergirl and Justice too?
Do you guys think that U.S. Agent's going to stick around?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to?
I don't know. I don't think so. After the series, if he does, he might appear every once in a while, like Zemo.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool.
I feel like we might have 2 Captain Americas by the end of the series.
No, because Steve didn't want Bucky to have it.
Yeah, Bucky, please. If you make Bucky a piece of Captain America, I'm gonna be pissed off because the whole point Endgame for Steve rewarding Sam is because he wants Bucky to finally rest like he did. He had a family. He had time. He feels Bucky deserves that.
Even though the whole quote, "I'm with you to the end of the line," but then Steve was like, "Peace."
Speaking of not speaking of, but still segue.
No, wait. There's one more thing I want to talk about: the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, no, same here. I want to talk about Carly. What are you gonna talk about?
The surprise cameo for the next episode.
No.
It's not Justin Hammer. We know that now.
Which makes me sad.
Come on, good reveal.
Come on, power broker Justin Hammer. Come on.
It would have worked, but they confirmed, I think today, that it's not.
So it's an existing Marvel Comics character who is yet to appear in the MCU.
and
Who
Woodward.
the writer said wants to hang out with Thor.
So it's
I
gonna.
don't have enough knowledge of Marvel comics to have an input on this.
It's Mephisto.
Is it gonna be someone comedic?
At this
I mean,
point, probably.
My first thought was it's going to be a suited up Isaiah Bradley, but since then I've kind of said probably not. That
They're
it's
not.
Justin Hammer.
They're not
but
gonna
then
show
no.
Isaiah on the show. Not yet. Maybe like in a season 2, maybe. Or Young Avengers show, maybe maybe.
All right, hear me out. This may sound bizarre, but what if it's Kumail Nanjiani's character from the Eternals?
Nope, not happening.
I know,
No.
but like that would be really cool though,
It
just to
would
have
be
like an Eternal. But then no, that wouldn't make sense because their whole gig is more like they don't know about us, so we should really like.
Also, if this show is anything like WandaVision, then next episode is we're gonna start seeing the end credit scenes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, since there's only like 2 episodes left, right?
Yeah, and probably next episode is going to be an hour. It's like a
It's gonna
full
be
hour.
61
With
minutes,
7 minutes of credits.
They already have like 7 minutes of credits.
Yep.
Who do we? Speaking of I don't know why I keep saying that. Anyway, Harley Morgenthau, she was
Who?
really good in this last episode. Does anyone else agree? Like, I really like.
No, yeah, she's actually a very endearing. Like at first, I just thought she was her solo character because she really felt that way. But now she's like more endearing. She's we're supposed to see what you're doing. We understand why she's doing it, but like Sam, we're not supposed to agree with her methods, and that's important, and we're feeling that way.
Also, she also like gives me the vibe of like a scared kid who's just trying to do the right thing, but is way in over her head.
Which is great because we sympathize with her.
Also, her name, I think her name is Erin Kellerman. She's 22 years old and has already been in Marvel and Star Wars. God damn.
DC.
Yeah, and everyone's fan casting her as Batgirl now, which I don't hate that. But
Yeah,
like,
no,
I
it's not
definitely
gonna
see her as
happen.
Barbara Gordon.
It could also work. It could also work in the Matt Reeves universe because she is mixed and Jim Gordon is black in that universe. So honestly, yeah, you go for it.
Sure.
Yeah, overall,
I thought she was like 16 or something when I first saw her. I didn't realize she's 22.
I mean, she could pull off a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
So anything else for the Falcon and Winter Soldier? We'll transition to our next Marvel.
this show's really good, man. Like I'm liking this more than
This show is good. Again, this is why I'm loving this Disney Plus idea. It's shorter than WandaVision, but it's not like WandaVision where like we're doing fun episodes. No, this has a story. It's a 6-hour story, and it's
the thing with WandaVision for me is the main appeal was like the mystery. I didn't really care much about the story. I wanted to like uncover the mystery. But with this show, I'm super invested in all the characters.
Which we just thought this would be a fun buddy cop show. Nah, we're sorry, Marvel.
Yeah. So anything else?
Nah.
All right. So.
And that is the end of the Thinking Box podcast. We would like to thank. All right, never mind.
No, get over here. No,
we got too much.
We have some other Marvel news. Black Widow is officially going to have a hybrid release. $30. Pony up if you got that money on July 15th.
I knew they'd crack. I knew they would cave.
Forget that. We're going to get that Eternals trailer soon.
Sure. We're going to get the Shang-Chi trailer first.
For Black Widow, I want to wait till it's free, but I know we'll be able to because there's going to be so many spoilers online.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get to a theater, but otherwise I'm going to have to I'm not going to pay $30.
Yeah, and there's also the trailer for it. New trailer.
Which, I mean, it wasn't a bad trailer. Like, I'm digging what seems to be a family dynamic between her, David Harbour's character, his sister, and her mom. But besides that, it looks so Winter Soldier. Like, I'm even seeing a scene that's
one.
Like, I'm even seeing a scene in there that looks like the Pierce Bucky scene. That was like, Pierce was like, dude, you saved the century now, and you should do it again. I'm seeing that with a Russian guy and Taskmaster in that trailer, and I'm just like, well, then again, be Winter Soldier, but nicer.
Then again, didn't we say that about Falcon Winter Soldier? And look now, it's nothing like that.
Yeah, but this looks like too Winter Soldier-y.
I've been saying that for a long time, that it's probably going to be the same movie as the Winter Soldier.
I don't think it's going to be the same movie because I definitely see, Widow's going to have a family dynamic with Red Guardian and everyone else.
Here's the thing. Most MCU projects now are like cosmic, ethereal, conceptual movies. And so I feel like the second the MCU's like, okay, we're gonna do another spy espionage movie, people's like, oh, Winter Soldier. Like, no, like if they want to keep experimenting with genres that aren't like sci-fi, let them. Like the whole point of a cinematic universe is to get a whole variety of genres. So why
Yeah,
not?
but Bucky just
grounded?
but like Taskmaster just seems Bucky again. Like
I
that's
don't know.
all I'm seeing there.
I definitely think that the MCU should be experimenting with genres, and that doesn't just mean sci-fi horror, sci-fi action, sci-fi romance. Like, give us like, if you want to give us grounded movies, I am all for that.
Yeah. But I feel like with Moon Knight, we're gonna bring up Moon Knight again.
Oh, Mohammad and Moon Knight, that's crazy.
You done? You done now?
Huh?
You done?
Go ahead, Mohammad.
With Moon Knight, it's not gonna be like it's gonna be a grounded, story. I hope so. I mean, sort of, kind of. I don't know, but like, it's not gonna be like a spy movie, but like more of like a, I don't know really, because I know they described the show as like an Indiana Jones, adventure story. I could see that really,
Mm-hmm. That's kind of what Moon Knight's been like.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's kind of like a nomadic superhero, and I really like that about him.
I haven't read all of the Moon Knight comics, but isn't there like at some point where like he goes like to like some spiritual world and just like starts fighting like demons and sorts?
Yeah. And there's one Avengers story that's pretty recent where he's like the main villain.
Yeah.
It's not like it's fun, but it's not great. It's like where he like gets all the Avengers artifacts and he's trying to revive Khonshu.
Yeah.
Oh like yeah, he Force, he gets Mjolnir, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of Moon Knight, he's gonna have a new series in July. So.
Yeah. The issue 1 cover was released the other day. Looks really.
It wasn't leaked. It was like officially announced.
Yeah, no, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. But yeah, and then there was a whole new video that came out on Oscar Isaac training for Moon Knight.
And him and Ethan Hawke are playing golf.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I feel like I forgot who the villain's name is, but I know hang on. I know in the comics Mark Spector's brother's name is Randall Spector, and he plays a villain. So I feel like he could play that, person. Oh, Shadow Knight was the person. I feel like he could play Shadow Knight.
Maybe. I don't know if Ethan Hawke can pull off Oscar Isaac's brother.
I mean,
you know what I mean? I think they just look too different.
I don't really know enough Moon Knight villains to compare, but I definitely see them making Ethan Hawke like a smart, complex, I'm moving things around with other people kind of guy.
Yeah, and like not only that, I mean, it's already been confirmed, but like he's going to be the antagonist. We just don't know. But yeah, enough with the whole Moon Knight tangent. Let's go to the Marvel Studios section. Loki.
Yeah, that got a trailer, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember much from it.
Fair.
Like it was like nothing spectacular, but it was alright.
I mean, again, we're seeing little from these Disney Plus shows and then being completely wowed by them. So, when they're not showing me a lot, I'm like, okay, you're holding back on us because, you're going to give us a lot, which is what, the past 2 Disney Plus shows have given us. So, you know what?
Okay. If I had to predict what this show would be about, I feel like it's going to be like a time-hopping, heist thing. That's what the vibe I'm getting, at least.
What I think this show is going to be about, he's taken by the TVA, and they say, hey, you did all this, you're kind of goofed up, so now you got to fix it. So the whole show, he's trying to fix the whole timeline, but then he encounters other weirdly beings, and he's got to stop that, and then fix the timeline. Hippity hoppy, timey wimey, if you know what I mean,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that I definitely agree with you there.
If that was a little Doctor Who reference, if you guys watch that show.
I got it.
Yep.
Disgusting.
If you know, you know.
All right. Anything else happen with Marvel?
I don't know.
What I'm looking at now.
Oh yeah, I should probably have the list open.
Yeah.
Maybe you should, Kyle.
Oh well, you guys want to talk about the Sony Netflix deal? Because that's Spidey.
I mean, that's kind of Marvel based, considering they're going to put Sony movies on Netflix and Spider-Man.
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse 2 is already confirmed to be one of those movies.
Which massive L.
What do you mean?
I don't want to have. I'm tired of theaters are about to die.
No,
That's not what it means.
No, you're misinterpreting this. It's not going straight to Netflix. It's going to theaters and then straight to Netflix.
Once it ends its theatrical run,
it's going to be a thing where the second it's out of theaters, it's on Netflix.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Don't worry. I would be much more mad if it was what you thought it was.
I would have thrown a chair.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what they're doing with HBO Max in 2022. Okay.
Yes. No, less. It's going to be in theaters exclusively and then Netflix.
No, that's what HBO Max is going to do in 2022.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Is Tenet even on HBO Max?
What is?
Tenet? No, I don't think so.
It's so weird.
Christopher Nolan threw a hissy fit about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Warner Bros. Cares at this point.
Yeah, Nolan's have to make movies for Legendary at this point.
Lionsgate presents Christopher Nolan's next movie.
Dude, Nolan makes the next MonsterVerse movie? Come on.
Oh my god. You know, that would honestly be really cool.
I don't see it.
He could actually make a real movie, Because you know what I mean? A film. He can make a film if you want to be pretentious.
We make a good flick.
All right. What are we gonna talk about? The DC stuff now.
Can we go Star Wars? Because apparently there's a little breaking news, sort of, not sort of.
What? Okay. What's up?
So for the Boba Fett show, there's a rumor going around that Bill Burr's character in Cobb Vanth might be in Boba Fett.
Did you just look? No. Did you just say Cobb Vanth?
Yes, I did.
The Cobb Vanth.
Yes, your man's.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, it was heavily guessed at. Boba on Tatooine and the giant fan reaction to Cobb Vanth. They couldn't not put Cobb Vanth.
The giant fan
Star
reaction.
Wars project.
What do you mean fan reaction? That was all me, just me. Cobb Vanth, my beloved.
So I think you and the rest of Twitter were thirsting on him, Kyle.
Get to see his pretty hair again.
We're not doing this again.
Din Djarin apparently is going to be in the show too, which.
But try. Cobb Vanth's going to be in it.
Probably. It's a rumor.
You know what? I'm going to cling on to this hope. This is the highlight of my year.
I mean, I understand Cobb Vanth very much, but Din Djarin, how is he going to fit into this? He's not going to be a main character in the show because then it's going to be Mando.
Him and Boba are homies. Him and Boba are homies.
I wanted him to be a main character.
He's not going to be. He's just going to be a cameo, probably one of the last episodes.
Give me Kim. Just have him be hey Boba, I'm going to drop you off on Tatooine. I'm going to go hang out and run from.
Yeah, have Cobb Vanth be the main villain. No, not villain.
No.
Boba's the main villain. The Book of Cobb Vanth.
Kyle currently writing a script for that and pitching it to Lucasfilm tomorrow.
You know what? I'll do it.
Do it.
Yeah, I will.
What are going to be your inspiration?
Ooh, what's going to be my inspiration?
Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
You seen Brokeback Mountain?
I have.
Kyle, what about you?
I have not.
I haven't either. I need to though.
I'm not interested.
It's good film. But Heath Ledger, Kyle. How can you not be interested? But
Jake
Heath Ledger.
Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
True.
and they do the sex.
But guys, Cobb Vanth.
Fair enough.
Swoon.
If you want to watch more Cobb Vanth, go watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's in it.
Is he?
The actor.
Oh, Timothy Oliphant?
Yeah.
Do you know what else he's in?
Then
the Hitman movie.
You know what? I might actually go watch that movie now.
Yeah, Kyle, you're not going to get through it. You're not going to watch all of it.
No, you won't.
Really? Why not? It's
because
pretty I like
2 hours and 45 minutes.
It's a slow fest.
What movie?
It's pretty slow. Listen, I've grown to appreciate Once Upon a Time in Hollywood more once I realized it's an original Tarantino piece, and it's basically Pulp Fiction with less violence. So I've grown to enjoy it more.
Yeah, I like Tarantino's style. I'm probably gonna watch that.
Which I found funny because I saw this on Get Fandom's Instagram page, but Margot Robbie said there's a 20-hour cut of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I'm like, yes, please.
Okay,
No.
no. Do people just think the term raw footage means director's cut?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, just none of
Apparently,
these.
there's a 5-hour cut for Godzilla vs Kong too.
No, there's not. There's 5 hours of raw footage.
But like, listen, I won't watch a 5-hour cut of Godzilla vs Kong because that's gonna be more humans and boring. But
Yeah,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I'll watch 20 hours of that.
And not only that, Pesci should have won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor, not Brad Pitt.
We should have.
Facts. Listen, Brad. If being Brad Pitt for almost 3 hours gives you an Oscar, fine. It shouldn't though.
It should have been Pesci.
It should have been.
All right. Anyways, where were we? Cobb Vanth? I don't know.
Fuck the Oscars.
Cobb Vanth.
Hell yeah. They,
You know win every Oscar? Cobb Vanth.
You know who should win the Oscar?
Cobb Vanth.
Borat.
Yeah, right. Do you agree that Borat should win the Oscar?
No.
Do you agree, Trey?
I think Trey
Shut up.
Wait, Trey, what movie are we talking about?
Borat 2.
Borat.
Say it again.
No. You know what? I'm not gonna dive into your sick joke, you piece of shit.
Borat. Hello, Amberat.
Say it for your pal.
Okay, moving on.
Come on.
Yeah, we found a topic.
All right, back to Star Wars.
Yes, thank you. Anyway,
anything else with Star Wars?
we got an
Tyler
Obi-Wan
Kenobi.
cast.
They got
Which,
Benny Safdie.
Dude, we got a lot. We got Uncle Ben coming back. I mean, not.
You say Uncle Ben?
This isn't Marvel. We moved on from Marvel.
Uncle Owen. I'm sorry.
That's a good one.
I can't distinguish my uncles who die so the character can be motivated.
Okay. Wow. Look at the nice sky. Whoa. Okay. Anyways.
Well,
Ben.
speaking of Uncle Ben, if you didn't catch it in Justice League, I saw it like a couple days after we talked about
Yeah,
it.
there was an Uncle Ben thing on the memorial that Superman punched
The
Flash
memorial.
into.
Which is hilarious.
I mean, come on. There is no coincidence there, Snyder. I know what you're doing.
If any name for Marvel Comics, why would you pick Ben Parker?
Because he could get away with it if Marvel was like, hey!
Wow. Look at the time. We should really be talking about Kenobi.
Does that confirm the existence of a Peter Parker?
Oh my god.
No. Anyway, back to Obi-Wan. Who else do we got in this cache? We got, I can't remember his name, and it's really pissing me off, but the guy from Eternals is going to be in the show.
I told you.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah.
Benny Safdie's in it. If you guys don't know who he is, he was one of the co-directors for Good Times and Uncut Gems, and he was the brother in Good Times. And I know he's going to be in. And he's going to be in Paul Thomas Anderson's new movie. Apparently, it's going to be called Soggy Nights. But yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. There isn't much to say about the cast other than
it looks like it's a good cast, and of course, stuff we already knew. Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, they're back.
This is a star-studded cast. Like, I'm surprised it's like this stacked.
Which is kind of weird because I expected, Nomad Obi-Wan story, but we got some solid actors in here.
Hey, Kyle, do you know what would have made this list better?
What?
If Cobb Vanth was in it.
You know what? You're right. This would make that show a lot better. You're correct.
Honestly, listen, baby Cobb Vanth. Think about it.
Don't give Kyle ideas.
My Cobb Vanth, my beloved. I'll be with you soon.
Should I, Kyle, for your birthday, should I just give you a Cobb Vanth shirt and then just have your face on it?
Cobb Vanth.
Wait, is that wait? There's a
just,
Cobb Vanth
just print a picture of Cobb Vanth. That's enough for him.
Wait, there's a Cobb Vanth cutout.
Buying that.
No, don't get ideas.
So anyway, DC stuff now.
Wait.
There's actually a
We
lot.
should
No, wait.
mention-
There's one more thing about Star Wars.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
Bad Batch.
You're so
Oh yeah, Bad Batch trailer.
nice. Rex is in it.
Rex
Yeah,
is
no,
in
that
it.
was really cool to see. I'm glad Rex is back. What I
Yeah.
don't like is that some kid is just in most of this trailer.
No,
Ezra?
yeah, that's not my main issue. However, this kid looks like an annoying Ezra, and I don't want that. What I
Don't
don't like is
speak.
I
That name.
Ezra and Cobb. Just a nice two bros having a blast.
I'll find you.
What are you gonna do?
All right. Anyway,
Scream?
this
What are you gonna do?
this,
Cobb, what are you gonna do?
You don't
Exactly.
know the power of dark
What are you gonna do?
side.
Whip out your little plastic lightsaber? What are you gonna do?
You know, I will.
What are you gonna do? Do it. Buy
don't
me.
say whip out.
Do it. Do
Okay.
it.
So
Okay,
anyway,
listen.
in the Bad Batch trailer,
Okay, listen. Here's my main issue, and it pisses me off. I see these guys shooting at clones, and it's so dumb.
Okay.
yeah.
Like,
Okay.
listen, you thought Finn shooting at stormtroopers was stupid. Them killing their brothers is the
Well-
dumbest thing I've ever
Well,
heard.
the Bad Batch didn't really consider them brothers. They were kind of like
They
the ostracized.
they still shooting them still is not a good reason. Like, if
You're
they're gonna
right.
make the clones are bullying them, that means they should kill all of them. No, that's dumb. I don't like that.
Yeah, you're right. I don't like that. One thing that really annoys me about prequel era Star Wars is that basically every character that you like comes out of Order 66 scot-free. Like either they're okay or they're not evil. As long as you're not Darth Vader, you're turned to the good side if you're named. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like yeah, I remember Rex. Yeah, no, he got his chip removed before
How
he
cool-
could kill anybody.
How freaking cool would it have been if this show was about the Bad Batch doing like covert missions for the Empire? But no, they got their inhibitor chips removed, and now they freaking adopt some annoying 10-year-old kid. And I bet you the show is gonna be like the end of the show is he's gonna be like an honorary member of the Bad Batch, and they're gonna die or something. So predictable.
Yeah.
I did like this trailer a lot. Like I really am glad to see more Clone Wars stuff coming out. It's just that I wish they weren't good guys.
Yeah, this show doesn't just like it doesn't seem to be, giving me a lot or anything new or anything I care about.
Yeah, I'm just glad we get to see more of these characters because I really did like the Bad Batch arc.
However, here's something about this show that I predict will happen and kind of fix a Star Wars plot hole, and it's why the Empire takes out clones and puts in stormtroopers.
Why?
I don't know, but they might explain it.
Well, they already did kind of explain it. It's just that did they ever explain it?
I don't know. They might explain it in a book, but people don't
Yeah, 'cause
read books.
In the comics, they explain it like oh, the Empire is phasing out clones in favor of like recruits. So they
But
acknowledge.
like, I prefer them to be a reason, like clones became obsolete after events in the Bad Batch.
They probably did give a reason. I just don't remember it.
But like, explain them with stupid guys who run in the doors is kind of dumb.
Yeah, fair. All right, now we can get to DC.
All right. So let's.
We can mention. Can I say something?
No, just kidding.
The impulse casting for the Flash.
Oh yeah,
I like it.
Sure.
Pretty good.
Personally, I think he's a perfect guy because he looks exactly like he could be the child of Grant Gustin and Candace Patton.
I mean, it's like comic book wise, he's the grandchild, which is kind of curious considering even though I didn't like Nora West Allen in season 5, I'm still kind of somewhat a little bit curious as to what it meant when she got Thanos away at the end of season 5.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's actually going to be their son or grandson because, like, from some sources it said their son, some others said grandson. We don't really know.
I'd imagine they'd say grandson, just keep it incontiguous, or like he comes back, he goes back in time, and Barry and I are like, ooh, what about your mom, Nora? And he's like, yeah, she's great, but he's secretly hiding the fact that there was no Nora West Allen, and that makes him really sad.
I don't think Nora West Allen would be Bart's mother because in the comics, their son Don Allen was the father of Bart.
Yeah, but the CW has changed a little bit, even though I just said a minute ago how they might just keep it comic accurate. But they're making Nora West Allen not have tornado powers, just making her a purple speedster. Which okay, and I don't think they said that they have. Okay, which granted, maybe post crisis, maybe that changes. Maybe they'll have the tornado twins or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I do think there's a possibility of them having the tornado twins. I'm hoping so, at least. Like, I want some comic accuracy with their kids, but that's probably not going to happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to have to see.
Accuracy, what do we think the Impulse costume is going to look like?
Make it just make it the same. I want
it to be the same, but I feel like they're going to do to it like what they did to Jesse Quick's costume.
Jesse Quick was.
Yeah, Jesse Quick was
she's been in the show since season 2
and 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am not caught up. I've only seen season 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, spoiler.
No, I don't plan on watching it. You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's just her costume was basically like the female version of Barry's, and she didn't have a cowl. She only had a mask.
Nah, she looked exactly like the costume they used for Trajectory in season 2.
It was the same costume.
Yeah, so what the hell?
Exact details.
Yeah.
Like, I want them to give Impulse a comic accurate costume because I feel like if they don't, there's gonna be some outcry. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I've never seen them before.
Yeah, but you know what? I like Jordan Fisher's casting. I've only seen him in Disney stuff, but you know what? I've seen Disney Channel actors do very good in other stuff. #Cobra Kai. So you know what? I'm down.
Wait, right? Don't you mean Hash Brown Cobra Kai?
Thank you, Kyle.
You're welcome. I had to do it. I couldn't help it.
You know what? I appreciate you for that.
We also know Impulse is first going to appear in the 150th episode, which is, I think, the 17th episode of this season.
Okay.
We actually see him.
We know, I think Jay Garrick is also appearing in that episode.
I don't think so, because he's already confirmed to be in Stargirl. So
it was just a rumor that I heard.
Has Max Mercury been in the show yet?
Who?
Max Mercury?
No.
No.
It would be cool, though, to introduce Max Mercury with Impulse.
Yeah, that'd be really dope.
I mean, to be fair, as far as we know, Flash is going to season 9 and probably further, so we still got a lot.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about New Gods and Trench.
Oh yeah, I got opinions on one of those things.
Oh, hissy fit.
DC, what the colossal L you took by canceling a New Gods movie written by Andrew Verney and Tom King. Colossal L.
And listen, the reason you gave is some of the dumbest stuff you've ever said, and you said some pretty stupid shit recently. Saying that you can't make a New Gods movie because Darkseid was in the Snyder Cut is ridiculous.
Also, does that mean that Darkseid
3 Batman in 2022, but you can't have 2 Darkseids, you just made one of those Darkseids and not canon.
Also, did they explain why they canceled the Trench? Did they give any reason?
They probably did.
Which listen, we've been saying the Trench was going to get canceled when it was announced. There was no way this was going to happen.
That Trench pack is going to hit different.
I mean, every time DC puts out a slate, which happens every couple of years, half the movies don't happen.
Yo, whatever happened to that Nightwing movie by Adam McKay?
It's supposed to be a Nightwing movie?
Yeah.
That got deconfirmed when Snyder told DC, hey, I actually killed Dick Grayson, not Jason Todd.
Well, then again, who cares about shared universe?
What about the Steven Spielberg movie?
The Black Hawk movie?
Yeah.
Yes, that got deconfirmed because a plane was in the Snyder Cut, guys.
Oh, man. What's next? The Kyle Vance show. Oh, that's
That'll never be
canceled.
deconfirmed. That'll never be deconfirmed. That'll never be canceled. It's going to be 20 seasons in a movie.
Oh, they canceled because he was in Zack Snyder's Justice League. The
I'll
actor.
find you.
Oh, also, Supergirl came back, the new season. DC
Oh
was-
yeah. I didn't watch it yet, but I have an issue with watching network television, most because I prefer to just turn on Netflix or streaming service and watch something. But I gotta catch up on CW a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't even. I don't,
Also, Kyle.
Yeah.
Have you seen Superman and Lois yet?
Oh God, I haven't. I completely forgot.
No, listen, this show is great. It has no right being as good as it is.
I know it looks really good, but I wouldn't know because I haven't watched it. I promise I'll knock it out eventually, one day. I hope, maybe.
I'm gonna remind you every day till you watch it, just so you know.
Thank you.
Please do, because I need to watch this show. It looks really
Sophie,
good.
It
I've
needs
been
to be
trying.
someone else besides me.
Sophie, I've been trying to do that with him for a long time, but for
What?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh yeah.
Kyle, Mohammad, he's never gonna watch that movie.
I know. I gave up.
Mm-hmm.
You have something against mentally ill people, so just.
Okay. Anyway, what's next on the DC list?
Yeah.
It was alright.
The Long Halloween trailer. I
Yeah.
mean, listen.
Yeah.
I do like the voice cast, and I do like Jason Ackles' Batman voice. I do, because I was nervous he was just gonna sound like Red Hood again, and I would have been like, wait, Red Hood Batman? I can't tell the difference. But no, he sounds like a very menacing Batman. I am very pissed off that they're not using the cool blue suit or have the cool purple suit for Catwoman. That's kind of dumb. And again, I know this is still the Superman Man of Tomorrow animation style. Everyone likes it but me. So it's kind of fine for you, all you other guys. Just personally for me, I'm not a fan of it.
I'll say this: it looks very bland. When you look at the long Halloween, what the hell?
Long Halloween.
Halloween, no, but Halloween. When you look at the graphic novel, it's so there's like colors to it, But when you look at this, it's just bleh.
Yeah. It's nothing. Which great.
Yeah.
I am excited for this because again, the voice cast is interesting, and I do very much love the story, and I love that they're making it 2 parts. And I am curious how this movie's gonna be PG-13, but part 2 is gonna be rated R. That's curious for me. I don't really like that DC doesn't make all their anime movies rated R because a lot of them shouldn't be. But whatever.
Also, quick little tidbit. I know this is like a cool trailer and all, but I'm very annoyed it was clearly released to draw attention away from the racist Jeff Johns statement.
Oh yeah, the Jeff Johns
we'll get to that.
that he said.
We'll get to that.
Those statements came out that same day, and they released a trailer to try and skirt.
They were covering Jeff Johns' ass, which tells me Jim Lee, fire him. He doesn't. What has he done recently that should make him still be employed?
Wait, do you know
Jim
what
Lee?
Jim Lee is in DC?
Jim Lee's the head.
He's the head publisher.
Okay.
He's publishing movies, shows, and comics.
Mm-hmm. He's like
all of it.
All right. Okay, that's all I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a Supernatural fan, I just hear Jensen Ackles' Batman as Dean Winchester. I don't know. I don't hear him as Batman.
Now, I haven't watched Supernatural, so maybe after I watch this movie and finally watch Supernatural, I'll be like, all I hear is Batman, and I'm okay with that.
I watched the first episode of Supernatural, and I haven't seen it since.
Wow.
Sorry. I know. Kill me.
It gets worse after that. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, it's better. Season 4 is the best season, and then
it just goes downhill.
After season 10, it really goes downhill.
How many seasons are there?
15.
Nope.
That's a time investment.
Nope.
It'll take you 2 weeks if you take no breaks to watch all of it.
Jesus.
Nope.
Dear God.
Sorry, not gonna happen.
I remember I watched the first 10 seasons in 9 days, so...
Wow.
Did you even sleep?
Okay, I was in 8th grade and no spring break. And I had nothing to do.
Fair enough.
So,
all right, well, Rick. But yeah. So back to DC. Do you guys want to talk about the Suicide Squad trailer, Green Band trailer?
Oh yeah, why not?
I'm
Yeah, 'cause
so
that's-
gonna watch this movie for the plot. If you follow me on Twitter, then you know. Wink, wink. I'm so gonna watch the trailer for the plot.
What character of Muhammad thirsting after?
King
I'm just
Shark, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, King Shark is a shark.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Which honestly, here's the thing: I really do like about the show how it's not just a cut down version, less violent version of the Red Band trailer. This is a different trailer, and James Gunn specifically made it that way because he's like, I want these trailers to signify the two plots, or not two plots, the two, I guess, themes of the movie.
Hear me out, Trey. What if it's just so they can use these trailers to put in theaters when they're playing a PG-13 movie? Ooh.
Yeah, but the trailers are different, and I like it because we saw TDK, full arm fall off boy, and
Yeah, that was my favorite shot of the Green Band
it
trailer.
was
That
beautiful. But listen, there was a moment in that trailer that made me rage a little bit, and it's when
What?
King Shark was shot.
Yeah.
Whoever shot King Shark deserves to die.
Me and Trey back before Infinity War came out were the head proprietors of the "If They Kill Korg, We Riot" movement. So we're gonna bring that back in the "If They Kill King Shark, We Riot" movement.
Facts,
Because
straight up,
if they kill King Shark, we riot.
100%.
They won't kill him.
But
They're
if they
not.
Like,
No, I
they
feel like they
won't,
might
but
kill
if
King Shark.
they do,
Nah.
we riot.
they killed King Shark and Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. Wait, no, or was it Assault on Arkham?
What's the difference? They're both
No,
animated.
no, it was in Apocalypse War.
No, it was Assault on Arkham first, then Apocalypse War, because they're different continuities.
Well, yeah, it's because Assault on Arkham's in the Arkhamverse.
But now he's alive again in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, so what am I even saying?
Yeah, so you know.
Yeah, who cares?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Was it? Oh, this is also a mini piece of news that's related to the Suicide Squad. Pete Davidson only picked the role of Blackguard because the character's name is Dick Hertz.
No, that wasn't the only. That wasn't the only reason. It was the reason where you're like, okay, you want me to play a superhero? Okay, who you play? Blackguard? Okay, what's his real name? It was like Dick Hertz, and I'm like, I am in. I don't need to read a script. I'm in.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a Pete Davidson thing to do.
Yeah, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, who am I playing? Dick Hertz? Got it. 101% effort.
Yeah.
All right. What comes next? What now?
Jeff Johns, or no, the comic book bracket.
Oh yeah. That.
Oh yeah. DC put out a thing where the fans are gonna vote on the next comic series that DC's gonna cover, which I love.
Yeah, that is such a cool thing to do.
Didn't they do that before? But like with Red Hood, or not Red Hood, but like Jason Todd at the time.
They put at the end of an
Like a
issue
poll.
where they're like, here, call in if you want to kill off a child.
Yeah, which was a really cool like marketing move.
Apparently that was rigged, and like someone like changed their phone numbers and just called to kill Jason Todd.
What happened is like a rich guy. This is the myth. A rich guy like set up an automated phone thing to where like every like 5 seconds it would call again.
Oh.
I would call again, vote for Jason Todd to die, but then I think like 10,000 votes were cast in total, and it was like 100 more for Jason to die, I think.
It was super close.
Yeah, it definitely was really close.
But no, murder children. Anyway, I do enjoy DC's doing this because we're connected with the fans a little bit. I'm glad this is happening. Hashtag vote Robbins.
No.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
vote
are we
Green
going to talk
Lantern.
about a DC bracket now?
Yeah. Hang on. Vote Green Lantern because Kyle Rayner has not had any interesting content since he became the White Lantern. Now he's Green Lantern again.
Are we going to talk about the JLQ that lost against Robbins? Queer Justice League?
Oh, wait.
That's what that is. Well, it said JLQ, and I had no idea what they meant.
They didn't emphasize what it was so people don't vote for it because they didn't know what it was. But then I heard about it afterwards. That really upset me because, like, come on, we want gay superheroes.
Is this going to be a gay Justice League team?
Yes.
That would have been awesome.
And it's like people are still like, hey, DC, we still want this to happen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that would have been really cool.
Yeah, isn't there like what are some of them? I know there's a Super Pets one. There's a Blue Beetle one.
Is
There's
there
a
Blue
Zatanna
Beetle?
one? I think there was.
The one I want to
The
win.
lowest one, I know that.
The one I want to win is a Kyle Rayner Kilowog team up book.
There's one for the some Amazon. I think it's Hysteria.
Oh, well, isn't it new?
Yeah. Hysteria, the last Amazon, but she lost to Superman and Lois Ignition.
Ah, yeah.
Good. Honestly, I feel like the Amazon one would have been boring.
It would have been cool because we already have a lot of the Superman.
Yeah, but like I don't really see what they could have done. What have they done? Like a hero's journey thing where she had to, go find something. I don't know. I've seen that before. But then again, we've also seen a lot of Superman and Lois recently. So
Yeah.
One that we haven't seen a lot recently. Kyle Rayner.
listen, Kyle, you can't just like him because his name is Kyle.
Why not?
Okay.
Using that logic, I must like Muhammad Ali because he shares my name.
I mean, if you don't, I'll be mad at you.
Also, Kyle Rayner is just also an interesting character.
I don't know why, but I'm looking at the bracket list right now. But Swamp Thing and House of Secrets sounds pretty interesting. But it's probably too late to vote.
Because Swamp Thing's pretty cool.
Is it too late to vote? You have to have DC Universe to vote, right?
No.
No, you should vote on Twitter. That's what I did.
Oh, I know I voted on something.
It's in the thread.
It's
Let me
also
go.
on Instagram.
Is DC Universe even still a thing?
Yeah,
Nope.
technically.
It is. It's called DC Universe Infinite now, and it's just comics.
Which honestly, yeah, that's honestly a good thing to do with it because no one cares about it.
I do.
I mean, everything, yeah, like comics are cool, but the thing they were trying to sell was the shows. That kind of failed a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to read out all of the comics that are up right now. There is Green Lanterns versus Zatanna. Green Lanterns is losing. This is unacceptable. Yeah. Hang on, my Twitter came up. Give me a sec. Okay, cool. There's Lobo / Animal Man versus Robbins. Robbins is winning. There's a Blue Beetle versus Jesse Quick. Blue Beetle is winning. Superman Lois Ignition versus Suicide Squad 7. Don't know what Suicide Squad 7 is. And Superman and Lois. No, it's a direct tie. It's a straight 50-50. Wow. That's interesting. And yet that's all that's up right now.
So I guess Swamp Thing lost then, huh?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Dang.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Bozo.
Let me go. What did Swamp Thing lose to?
Wait, is Green Lantern now?
Swamp Thing lost to Suicide Squad.
Kill me.
Uh-huh. I really want Green Lantern to win, but I know it's not.
Say your prayers, man. Say
Your
prayers.
hopes and dreams of Kyle Rayner being more interesting are just dead, Kyle.
Okay.
I mean, unless, hey, man, Kyle, there's also Wattpad, so.
You know what? Yeah.
Go for it. I may or may not use Wattpad, so maybe. Go for it. Anyways,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe there's a little Cobb Vance fan fiction over there.
You know what? Maybe there's a lot.
How to convince your friend to just go on the internet, some places on the internet you don't want to go to.
Anyway, what else?
Oh, I want to say something. I didn't add this on the list, but Black Adam.
Oh yeah, the higher universe.
They started filming
yesterday in Atlanta, where some certain people live in, not us. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm gonna drive over there someday and just say The Rock. Hey, Rock, who's gonna win? You or Zachary Levi?
And they got the British.
No, just go. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?
No, that's not the question. The real question I'm gonna ask him is, what does Jorge Masvidal's waist feel like?
Is that a UFC thing?
That is a UFC thing.
Cool. Anyway, I think what was it? Dwayne The Rock Johnson sent us Twitter is he said history is being made. This man is putting a lot of faith into this Black Adam movie.
Well, he knows more about
listen,
it than we do, so we
here's
don't
the
know.
history here. The movie's only being made is because The Rock chose to play Black Adam.
Yeah, it's just Black Adam. Like he's an interesting character, but I never really saw him as a solo feature. He was cool.
I mean, we live in a society where Joker gets a movie.
Yeah, but Joker is probably the biggest villain of all time.
Okay, then let's time travel back to 2007, and they announced the Iron Man movie.
Yeah, good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was like 3. Chilling.
I think I was like, I don't even know how old was I. All I remember is that I saw the Iron Man movie in theaters.
If I was 3, you'd be 5.
Wow, you know how to do math? Wow, Harvard, get him.
Whoa.
Harvard, get him.
We got a guy.
I know, guys. I'm so smart.
9 times 9 hit.
Trey, you ready to yell?
Oh, about the thing?
Yeah, about the thing.
All right.
Titan, I swear to God, if you do not get a grip, I am going to just...
Louder.
Okay. Listen. To clue you in, there's apparently episode 12 of season 3 of Titans is going to be called The Prodigal. Which, if you are a big comic book fan, you will know that is the title of Dick Grayson's Batman run after Jean-Paul Valley, sucked as Batman and Dick Grayson became Batman for a little bit, which is heavily influencing that Dick Grayson will become Batman in Titans.
Which makes me 101 different ways of angry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's look on. Go ahead.
Yeah. Start screaming. Throw a chair.
Ah!
Okay. Listen. So remember when Titans promised us that Dick Grayson would have a lift off his shoulders season 3?
No.
Yeah, I don't think him becoming Batman is a lift off of his shoulders, Titans. You just made him Nightwing. You spent 2 seasons leading up to Dick Grayson shedding off away his past for Batman and becoming Nightwing. But nope, we gotta make him Batman after we just made him Nightwing. Ooh, see, look at this. We gotta watch this show. They got Dick Grayson being Batman. That's really cool. No, it's not. It doesn't make any sense for his character. I don't care what they do in season 3. You said we would get less of Dick Grayson, but now we're going to Gotham City. We're gonna get Red Hood, Oracle, Scarecrow, and now Dick Grayson is gonna be Batman in a season where Blackfire is supposed to be the main villain. God, what in the world?
Yes.
Your turn, Kyle.
I am just so baffled by the decision. The thing is, it's not even a thing like basic writing convention or basic writing rules. You're just going against what you said you would do. Like, it's just, like, you guys were like, okay, we're gonna make it. You literally just said, okay, we're gonna do this, and then you turn around, and then you're like, you know what? What if we did the exact opposite? Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be funky? It's just, why? And also, that also implies that we're gonna get more of old Bruce Wayne, murder Bruce Wayne, which is gonna be great, funky, fresh. Which hopefully, if the stars align, he's going to die. But we all know.
Which listen. I have my problems with Zack Snyder's Batman, but I don't hate that version of Batman as much as I hate the Titans Batman. It is baffling to me how much this Batman is stupid. It's not just the fact that he murders people; it's the fact that he abuses his children and makes them murderers as well.
You know what, Trey? I came to a realization. I don't think Titans has a single redeeming quality.
Nah.
Because
I mean, my only redeeming quality is the actors are doing a pretty good job for what they're given.
I was going to say the costumes, but they're covered up by the goddamn blue filter, so I can't see.
I can't
see these bright colors they're showing us because it's blue.
I wonder how High Top Films feels about this.
Oh, he's probably also that Red Hood series is still in development. That's going to be.
Oh my god! I forgot that existed.
Oh, they're still making a Red Hood series?
Yeah, it's going to be connected to Titans.
Oh, okay.
Listen, with better writers, I think a Red Hood series could be cool. I don't like that a 17-year-old Jason Todd is becoming Red Hood after not having any interaction with the Joker that would make him become the Red Hood.
Look,
but with better writers, it might work.
We've said this on this podcast before. Him becoming Red Hood before his death and resurrection is just dumb. Like, I hate that so much.
Okay, well, we know the reason they did it. They let DC fans vote a second time whether he should live or die for the series, and they voted he should live this time.
Yeah,
but here's my thing with that. Even if he died, there'd be no reason for him to become Red Hood. The reason he became Red Hood was because he was mad at Bruce for not breaking his rule and killing the Joker because he thinks Bruce didn't love him enough to break his rule. They wanted him the Red Hood because the Joker was the Red Hood. But just killing him because Deathstroke killed him means he should be mini slayed like he was in, like Dick Grayson was in Teen Titans.
They want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to be like, oh, we want to give fans a chance to vote. But it doesn't matter what they vote because we're still going to have the same outcome.
Yeah, I could not imagine. There was no way the season would have, there's no way they were actually going to not kill Jason.
What I think they should have done is I think they should have made him Red X. I think that would be way cooler than just making him Red Hood prematurely.
Yeah, because it's an issue attack on Dick. Him being Red Hood is an attack on Batman. If he's Red X, it's an attack on Grayson because I guess they're going with the idea that the Titans abandoned him and they don't care about him, which they don't. I'm 100% on Jason's side because the Titans are a bunch of assholes who abandoned him and he almost committed suicide because no one apologized for it.
You know the show is ass backwards when the most reasonable one is Jason Todd.
Yeah.
It's Jason Todd.
Oh my god.
Titans. Why must you torture?
I didn't think we were gonna have a Titans rant for quite a while.
Well, at least they're giving us a live action Tim Drake. I hope they don't change his backstory too much because there's rumors they're gonna change his backstory.
I do like that we're getting a live action Tim Drake. I just want him to be good.
The thing is, though, this show gave us our first live action Red Hood, and he's my favorite member of the Bat family, and just disappoints me that this was their first attempt at live action Red Hood.
Maybe since if Dick's gonna become Batman and they're gonna kill off Bruce Wayne in a very minuscule death,
or they'll break his back.
Bruce deserves it.
Well, they also did say that they would focus more on Gotham this season, so I think they might do Nightfall, and they might be like, oh, John Paul Valley's Batman now. Oh, he's a bad Batman. Dick, you're gonna have to do it. And Dick's like, no.
I don't think they're gonna go straight into John Paul Valley. Here's why. Because him being a violent Batman's supposed to be wrong. But Batman's a murderer. And Dick Grayson's a murderer. And Jason Todd's a murderer. So
here's what they might do. I feel like they might do a thing where they introduce John Paul Valley. It's not a thing where he's like a murderer because they're all murderers. It's gonna be a thing where like he's legitimately deranged. He is an evil person. Like straight up just a bad person. And they'll do a thing where like everyone's like, Dick, you have to do it. And he's like, instantly like, no, I don't want to be Batman. They're gonna be like, why? It's like, because I'm so edgy and cool. Look at this blue filter. And then everyone's, but you have to. And he's like, okay. And then he becomes Batman for like 5 seconds before Bruce Wayne is like, okay, I'll be Batman again. And he gives it back.
I just don't think they're gonna introduce John Paul Valley. I just think they're gonna because here's what might actually happen. This is what I'm about to say. They're going to say Bruce off-screen got his back broken by Bane, so the Titans have to go protect Gotham City while, they figure shit out.
The thing is, I think they're going to do John Paul Valley because he fits a little too well. Like, he's I
disagree. I just think that he's just another Titans character. When he's supposed to be a very violent character, he just fits in with them because he's the same.
Okay, Trey, do you want to know the truth? I just want to see the costume in live action.
You know what? Fair enough. I do want to see Nightfall live action Batman suit.
Yeah, that would be so dope.
Even though we're not gonna be able to see it because blue.
Yeah, we'll get an all blue rendition. It's fine. God, fucking Titans, man.
Anything else?
Anger.
Anyways, go watch Daredevil, the better comic show.
Facts.
Go watch Spectacular.
They tried to be Daredevil with Titans, but you know what? Daredevil actually has heart, and the superhero isn't a murderer. It's actually a genuinely good human being and has a broken moment, but still doesn't kill people because he's a Catholic.
Christians.
All right. Let's go through the Jeff Johns thing.
Oh boy.
All right, we just got done with an angry rant. Time for another one.
Okay, so this stupid guy Jeff Johns didn't cast. I forgot the actor's name, but he's black and he wasn't allowed to be Superman's grandfather Krypton because he was black. Which
he cited Henry Cavill specifically, like, oh, he's white, even though if it's A, that's not how Kryptonian birth works, and B, even if that is how Kryptonian birth works, you can still it would be 3 generations.
You can still
apart.
roll with it.
Yeah. Also,
Also,
Zod's family in that series is black.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna do the whole Man of Steel connection, just doesn't fit because Zod's family is black.
No, Jeff Johns, I just think you're a racist piece of shit.
Oh yeah, I think he is too.
Which, I mean, listen, I don't like it when race interrupts casting. Like this guy probably went in for a table read and whatever, but they said no, not because of his acting choices, but because of his race. That's so stupid, and you wasted this guy's time. What the hell?
Yeah. It should be how you look or your skin color. It should be whether or not you can act the part. And it's really annoying that in this day and age, people's skin color is still getting in the way of good parts and just anything in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you guys ready to talk about? Like, didn't he also say something about like Ray Fisher?
He says everything.
No, Ray Fisher commented about it, and he was 100% right.
All right. Anything else?
With that, no.
All right. We're gonna just we're done with the whole comic book spiel and Star Wars. Now we're gonna go into the whole movie sections, non-comic book stuff. So, let's talk about Knives Out, the sequels.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Me neither. Welcome to the club.
Because, listen, I'm going to say it first. I didn't like Knives Out that much. I understand others really did. I just find the first 40 minutes to be enjoyable, the last 30 minutes to be enjoyable, but that middle portion, I didn't care.
The second act.
But you know what? I actually really did want sequels because I thought, whodunits, and I know they'd be not the same plot as this and I assume to be more mystery heavy. I want that. I want to see that. What I really don't like is that they're being taken out of theaters and putting on Netflix. Stop killing theaters.
Hey Trey, you know what this means? It's content.
Netflix is enough content. They literally they're gonna put everything on. They're putting a movie on Netflix every week for the entire year. You got enough, man.
Kill me.
You got a Scorsese movie. Now you're taking a franchise from theaters. Stop it.
And then, why Netflix? Why? We were doing so good.
Listen, okay, there's still plenty of people who will still go to movie theaters, so I think they'll stay in business.
Yeah, but the thing is that, I wanted to see these movies in theaters, man.
The theaters
I
want to
see fun whodunits in a theater, but they're not going to just be in theaters at Netflix. No, it's just going to be a Netflix property, which, granted, Netflix did say something that I liked. They're giving Rian Johnson full creative control, but they have to be with Daniel Craig, which Rian Johnson said that's what his
Netflix,
mystery whodunit franchise was gonna do.
With Netflix, they don't give a shit what you make. They will just throw money at you and they'll tell you to make the movie and get out of here.
Which I appreciate, and we don't have people like Warner Brothers, breathing down directors' necks.
Yeah, I mean, I think Noah Baumbach's new movie is gonna be on Netflix, like a Netflix exclusive.
Yeah. Which, that's good. I just want to see more movies in theaters, man. Come on.
Yeah. And then, apparently the sequel to Knives Out is gonna have Daniel Craig and his brother. His character, Benoit's brother's gonna be in the movie, and it's gonna be played by Daniel Craig. And I think they're gonna go to Greece or something. And it's gonna be a new cast. I'm gonna say this right now. They should have Robert De Niro in this movie.
Go, hell yeah. Honestly, just make a franchise of whodunits with really big actors and just try to connect the dots.
If Netflix, not Netflix, what the hell? No, if Knives Out was a success, then go for it. I mean, at
Which
this point,
it
people
probably
seem to
obviously
forget about the
was
Last Jedi.
like everyone besides me like really really loved it, and I only just liked it, but I do want to see sequels.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's Netflix for you.
Yeah.
Yep. So you want to talk about Space Jam?
Yes, please.
All right.
I mean, listen, this trailer looks just like the original Space Jam. It looks fun. LeBron seems to be a terrible actor, but I don't care. I'm not looking for good acting. I'm looking for fun, and this seems
Actually,
fun.
he's not that bad. Like I didn't. He wasn't like awful.
I mean, he's playing himself, but clearly he's just, reading lines.
I guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they make it so that it's just satire and it's obvious, then I'll be more okay with it. But they have to they have to show it to me
Yeah. I think
and make it obvious.
issue with Space Jam. I'm getting really tired of the throw every intellectual property we have at the wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is just Ready Player One again, but with basketball.
The thing is, though, it's not like Ready Player One where they actually use these characters' strengths. The thing with Ready Player One is they took these characters and incorporated them into the story. Here, it's basically just Where's Waldo? Just see how many people you can find in the background while the actual story is happening in front of you.
Yeah, just gonna be a bunch of movie characters watching a basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
Alex and his goons.
They have the rapist from A Clockwork Orange in there.
Everyone's a rapist in the movie. What are you talking about?
But still,
Yeah.
it is insane that Pepe Le Pew can't be in this movie, but they can.
We live in a society.
Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, when they did it in Ready Player One, it actually felt special. Like, it was like, wow, I can't believe we actually get to see all these characters from all these franchises here. And now,
I mean, they got Arkham Knight in the Ready Player One.
Yeah, but to be fair, there's a lot of stuff in Ready Player One that's also Where's Waldo. Not a lot of it, but it's enough to know like where the author of the book at Spielberg was like, okay, this is the characters I want, and the producers just wanted to like put who done it.
Because the thing with Ready Player One, they knew how do I put this? They knew what they were. It wasn't a thing where like, oh, let's see. There was a lot of let's see who can get this reference, but the intellectual properties being mixed in was actually the crux of the story. You don't need to do that for Space Jam. You know what I mean? Like, you had to do it for Ready Player One. That was the gimmick.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what? Maybe we're wrong. Maybe they'll do a thing where like there's multiple basketball games that lead up to the LeBron Looney Tunes game. Like we have a Just League versus the Avengers, or
I guess that would be cool. It just feels
but
less
it's doubtful to happen.
It just feels less special than it did with Ready Player One. Because the Ready Player One was like, whoa, oh my god, I can't believe they're actually doing this. That's crazy. And now it's like, oh, you're doing this again? All right. Because like they did that with Lego Batman movie too, and there's another movie like this too that they did it with too. They just do this a lot now.
I mean, to be fair, I actually liked Lego Batman movie. I was fine with it.
No, I like Lego Batman movie too because that movie had an interesting plot. But a criticism I do have is that the intellectual properties didn't feel super blended in. Like, you very much could have replaced that with just a bunch of different DC villains, and it'd be the same movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they got the same voice act. They got the same actor who played Wolverine. I mean, not Voldemort to voice Voldemort in that movie.
Right, they got Ray Fiennes, who's like a
it's the only reason that happens because Ray Fiennes voiced Alfred in that movie. Yeah. So I mean, they're like, hey, you want to play Voldemort for a little bit? And like
a classically trained actor. Like he was in like Schindler's List
and Grand Budapest Hotel. Let's not forget Wes Anderson's best work.
Yeah, he's a classically trained. He's a trained actor.
I have yet to recover from Schindler's List.
No one's recovered from Schindler's List, man. It's like Requiem from a Dream, man. You can't not recover.
You're not a sane person after watching it, man.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna watch it. I just know I won't. I just know I will be upset.
What Schindler's List?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're better off not watching it.
If
it's based on a true story. Just Kyle, no offense, but you're better off not watching it.
Was that?
Liam Neeson was snubbed as an Oscar. Like, imagine if Liam Neeson got an Oscar for playing a character named Oscar.
Yes.
But yeah, overall, just like Space Jam is just like the plot seems really good and it seems really funny. It just they didn't need to add all the intellectual properties.
Here's the thing that's weird too. They're gonna have the opposing basketball team to be basketball players, and it's kind of weird because they're making this movie for basketball fans and for movie fans.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of weird.
I don't hate that. I kind of like
I mean,
that.
I don't hate it, but there's not going to be that one person who loves I mean, there might be some hardcore movie and basketball fans who watch it. There probably will be. But for us, when I see this with my brother, I'm going to enjoy all the cool movie references there. My brother's going to be like, oh my goodness, that's Klay Thompson as, Heat Monster or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Although, I do think one thing, I saw Space Ghost in this trailer. And you know what? I know I just went on a whole rant about how Where's Waldoing isn't special anymore. But god damn it, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just like that they put Space Ghost in it. Which means they'll probably add more Cartoon Network characters, which means Gumball might be in this movie. Which would be
Gumball.
Could you imagine?
A Gumball Looney Tunes crossover would make my year. All right,
Yes.
I'm done complaining about a movie that I'm excited about. Rocky.
Oh yes, Sly said a couple things, and everything he said I loved. First, I'm going to start with the thing that I probably said on this podcast before. Rocky won't be in Creed 3.
Yeah,
yes, I'm so happy. Because Rocky's arc wrapped up beautifully in Creed 2. I cried. It was sappy, and I loved it. And it would have been ruined if it was in Creed 3. But Michael B. Jordan and Sly knew. They knew how we felt, and it was great. And I'm glad they, not just listened to fans, but understood that it was unnecessary. Okay, I love that. However, now that Rocky won't be in sequels, we got prequels, baby. And yes, a 60s HBO Max show with Rocky in the 60s. I want this. I don't know who I want to play Rocky yet. I've been looking and I haven't found an actor who I want to officially fan cast yet. But
Trey, can I
like
say something to make you mad?
What?
Not everything needs an HBO Max series, and I'm not particularly excited for this.
Yeah, well, Kyle, you had seen past Rocky 2, so you don't.
Yeah, but
shut up.
This is a prequel, so I actually have ground to stand on because I've seen the movie this is prequeling. So I actually have ground, and I can confidently say I was not asking myself during the first two Rockies, oh boy, I wonder what he was doing before this.
I mean, I would like to see, him on the streets learning the box and, going through some stuff, man. Like, I'm passionate for every single Rocky movie and Creed except for Rocky 5. I've actually grown to like Rocky 5 a little bit more because of the producer cut that I watched. But, no.
Let Trey be happy. Let him take a dub.
Yeah.
Please, I think it's going to be good. No one was asking me.
Because Sly's going to write it. Like, he's going to pitch it to somebody and say, okay, I'm going to write a Rocky prequel. I'm going to cast somebody as Rocky, and I'm going to help him. Tom
Holland.
Please, no.
or the actor for Cobb.
Yes, Timothy Oliphant. Even though
he's a little on the older side for my taste.
Mm-hmm. Trey, do you have anyone you even like? Is there anyone you'd be okay with?
I don't know. I said I was gonna look it up, but I never did. I was gonna look up if Rocky was cast today and see if I agree with it. But no, I can't think of any off the top of my head that I would say that would jump off the page as make him young Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Tremblay.
I don't know who that is.
Does Sylvester Stallone have a kid who acts?
Yes, but he passed away.
I mean, they could have pulled
like a son in Rocky 5, but he passed away.
No, that's awful.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
He has 3 daughters, though.
I don't think that's gonna work.
No.
Right. I mean, for me with Rocky, I mean, I've only seen like the first movie, and my dad would tell me like because okay, here's the thing with my dad. He wasn't born or raised in America. He was born and raised in Pakistan, but he would tell me that like every day for like when he was in medical school, he would like watch the Rocky movies every night just to get motivation, and he loves those movies. I'm pretty sure that's like his favorite movies of all time. In fact,
My man.
Yeah, they are very motivational movies.
yeah, and like
Let me tell you something you already know. There ain't no sunshine and rainbows. No, I won't do that today.
yeah, no. So I mean, I haven't broke the news about that to my dad, but he's probably gonna love it.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna make me watch. He's like, if I can watch Rocky every night for medical school, you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised with the biggest film fan you are, you haven't finished the Rocky series.
I mean, I've heard that like after the first Rocky movie, it just things go downhill. So it's just like, nah.
Nah, man. 4 is the best.
I actually like Rocky 2 more than 1.
All right, I'll definitely check those out.
Hmm?
It's on HBO Max. So that's a dub.
Yeah. Yes,
Most
sir.
people think Rocky 3 is the best, but Trey's adamant that 4 is the best.
Well, no, people think the original Rocky's the best. Like, I think. Do you want me to just list off my quick Rocky rankings?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 4, Creed, Balboa, Rocky, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 5.
You like
What's-
Balboa more than Rocky?
Yes,
Why?
I'm weird. Not because like I enjoy a good old man comes back for a good fight story.
Wait, what was that one movie where De Niro and Sylvester Stallone?
Grudge match, dude. Grudge
Yeah.
match is hilarious. I unironically kind of enjoy Grudge match.
Fair enough.
It's hilarious.
All right.
Yeah, but also another thing Slice said. He said he finished the Rocky 4 director's cut. Release that. I want to see that more than any release cut that's ever been, rumored or released. Release the Sly cut.
No, release the Stallone cut.
Release the Stallone cut. Because, Rocky 4 is already beautiful. Let's make it even more beautiful.
All right. Anything else to say about Rocky?
For now, no.
All right. So let's go into trailer talk. This is Trey. You wanted to talk about this the Spiral trailer?
Oh, yes, I did. I want to talk about the new Saw trailer because finally, after what movie are we on? This is a Night movie. After 8 movies, we're finally moving on from John Kramer, which spoilers for the Saw movies incoming. I don't think you're going to watch it, but if you do, mute yourselves for a little bit. But listen, John Kramer has been dead since Saw 3. If you don't know who John Kramer is, he is Jigsaw. But he has been dead since Saw 3. And we haven't gotten over John Kramer and his traps until now, since Spiral. He has been the villain in these movies since Saw 1. And even after he died, he still predicted everything, even after his death. Which, like I just say, I hate it when a villain knows everything and just is able to predict everything because it makes everything uninteresting and not as fun to watch. That's why I don't like Palpatine that much in the prequels, and I don't like Lex Luthor in Batman v Superman. But they're not as bad as Jigsaw because what he's able to predict is absolutely ridiculous. But you know what? We're finally moving on. Or finally saying, you know what, this is a new Saw movie with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson, which Chris Rock is for some reason Samuel L. Jackson's son. They are 16 years apart in real life. I don't buy it as father and son. It's a little distracting, but you know what? I'm fine with it. Will this movie be good? Probably not, to be honest. Saw movies aren't that good. The first one you could argue to be good. For me, it's probably the only one I actually do like because the rest of them are pretty bad. But you know what? I'm intrigued because even though this is a mystery of who the bad guy is, even though the trailer, I'm assuming the villain is a woman because the voice modulator we saw was a woman. But at the same time, at the end of Jigsaw, we were kind of teased with a new Jigsaw and the whole spiral thing. The guy made a spiral trap in Jigsaw, so I assumed it was going to be. But you know what? I guess not. So you know what? I'm intrigued. But you know what? They just announced another Saw movie too. Saw 10, not Spiral 2, Saw X, which means they're
John
probably going to
Kramer,
focus on.
Brave.
Which probably means they're going to do some, John Kramer stuff. Which stop, Saw, stop.
Kramer versus Kramer.
He's honestly.
All right. Anything else on the Saw
No,
franchise?
I'm finally glad after 5 movies of Joker being dead and unable to move on from him. We're finally moving on.
All right. So moving on to the next segment, Powerpuff.
So
Yeah, we got Powerpuff.
Powerpuff Girls live action being done on CW. I think is going to be done sort of, what they did to like Archie Comics on Riverdale, made it like super dark and gruesome. I feel like that's what they're going to do to Powerpuff Girls. So we're not actually.
I don't know if I want that though. I kind of want a more faithful adaptation because I haven't watched Riverdale. But I probably wouldn't like it because I actually enjoy Archie, like normal Archie, a little bit, and I don't think I would enjoy seeing a dark take on the character. But like, I don't really want to see a dark version of the Powerpuff Girls, to be honest. But since we got Quake for Agents of Shield and Dove Cameron, and I forgot who else. So I don't really see, a dark, twisted take on the Powerpuff Girls.
Well, it's definitely going to be at least a more mature version.
Well, I'd imagine they are because they're adults, but don't make this Bat movie super bad.
And the pictures that we did see, I feel like it's going to be like suits that they wore since they were little girls. Then they're going to get new suits sometime within the first couple episodes.
You think it's going to be like a continuation of like the original series? Like, oh, we're all grown up. Whoa.
I mean, I'm assuming they reference stuff.
Do a little montage of them when they were younger, like, oh yeah, here's where we are now. So.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to go like make it like a fully traditional superhero show?
I feel like they will, because CW has been known for some other superhero shows. Their other superhero shows are good. So I wouldn't be surprised.
I imagine it'd be like Black Lightning, because Black Lightning was all about Jefferson Davis returning into the role of Black Lightning, which I remember reading a while back when the show was first announced. The show would be about, them dealing with the fact that their child was taken away because they were superheroes, which that's fine. That sounds like an intriguing plot. Just, don't make this all dark and twisted. This is the Powerpuff Girls.
I mean, I don't really know what to feel about this because, again, they sort of ruin the characters from Archie Comics with Riverdale.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, some ways they're good at adapting comics into shows, or other ways they're not. Because most times when an animated show gets turned into live action, it's best left animated.
Yeah.
We saw that with Avatar: Last Airbender and the horrible movie that shall not be named.
What are you talking about? M. Night's masterpiece, Avatar: The Last Airbender from Nickelodeon movies.
Oh yeah, there's also Winx. People hated
Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
God. And
You know what? Hot take. Those aren't even that bad. Granted.
Yeah, they are.
They aren't fun, but they aren't that bad.
No, I really don't like them. Especially since when I've seen a good new version of the TMNT with like the 2011 to 2017 cartoon that I wholeheartedly believe to be the best version of TMNT, as well as I think Transformers Prime is the best, Transformers adaptation or from recent memory. But you know what? I just Michael Bay needs to stop.
I think I think the second one's way better, but they're both fine. Like, I'm never gonna go away to watch them, but if someone's like, "Hey Kyle, want to watch this with me?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?"
Well, if you do that, you will realize that those movies are garbage.
Yeah.
Even though I love Stephen Amell, he is not a good Casey Jones. He could have been.
Yeah, I agree there.
He could have been, but he is not a good Casey Jones. It's not his fault. It's just the way he's written. He sounds like a whiny brat, and for some reason they made him a cop. Why is Casey Jones a cop? It doesn't make any sense.
I still want to visit the reality where he made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles aliens. I wanted to see the outcry that would have happened.
Listen, I already think the way they became the Turtles in those movies are stupid. But if they made them aliens, I wouldn't be able to cope.
Me neither. All right. Are we ready for Godzilla vs Kong?
Oh boy.
Sure.
I feel like we need to take a little intermission break before this segment, and then.
Why? Because you guys are about to bully me and curb stomp me?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Right off the bat, just everyone say out of 10 what they thought of it.
5.
I couldn't even give you a rating of this movie, in fact.
I'm going to say of 4.
I was gonna say, I don't know. I was hoping for more fight scenes, but then we got Mecha Godzilla, and I was like, that's not what I wanted.
I mean, listen, Mecha Godzilla, I like the fight. Again, humans, too much of them. We even had 2 separate groups of them. Why?
Because.
Okay. First of all, obviously, spoilers. You've been warned. Too late. First of all, can we just talk about how this movie fragrantly ripped off Journey to the Center of the Earth?
They just snuck a Journey to the Center of the Earth remake into a Godzilla vs Kong movie.
And just Godzilla was able to blow a hole to the center of the Earth, and King Kong was just able to jump through it. What are these characters?
Because big monsters.
Listen, I am fine with stupid shit in these movies if it's fun, stupid shit. I don't like slow, boring characters doing slow, boring things.
Agreed. I also thought the music choices in this movie were very weird. Like, a bit too much supersonic rocket ship for my tasting. You know what I mean?
Okay, something else that annoyed me was a little girl who they kept on letting get close to Kong so she could talk to him.
Oh, her.
But why would you let your child?
Well, because that was the only person that could communicate with Kong.
Yeah,
Okay,
and they built like this trust.
I mean, listen, to be quite honest, that was the only human character I liked. The little deaf girl, she was the only character I liked because she gave Kong motivation and actual character arc, which is, it's weird that Kong couldn't speak, but was the best character in that movie by far.
Yeah, they gave
Nah, Godzilla put him in his place.
But, like, they weirdly
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Godzilla put him in his place, Trey.
What are you talking about? I saw Kong rip out Godzilla's head and, did a chest
I don't know
there.
I don't know what you're talking about. Did you see the right movie? You saw the right movie?
No, yeah, I saw Kong get up from a fight.
Last time I checked, Kong was struggling underwater when Godzilla was trying to swim and just like bit him up. He took the dub.
I find it very that this movie was like trying to get you to root for Kong the whole time. Like, this movie was very clearly centered around Kong, and then Kong just lost.
Yeah, in all seriousness, I was talking about him killing Mechagodzilla. But listen, in all seriousness, you went fine, whatever. Godzilla won. I'm not heartbroken about it. I've suffered through worse losses as a UFC fan. But listen, us rooting for Kong and then just getting his ass kicked, it's kind of weird. Granted, looking back on it, I'm kind of okay with it because it kind of fits Kong's arc of him, losing but getting back up, not seeing Kong as enemy, putting his arm back into place, doing a cool zoom-in pose. They came in and kicked Mechagodzilla's ass.
Yeah, bro, Kong put like a Mortal Kombat, like a brutality shit on.
Yeah, he did the Sub-Zero, take out the spine and skull and screamed in the air and put his hand on his chest.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I think it's weird that this movie told us beforehand, like, we're not going to do the thing. There's going to be a definitive winner. And then they did the thing where there wasn't really a clear winner. And
No, I disagree. Godzilla 100% is the clear winner.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, because listen, there were 3 technical fights, which I would argue the last fight's just one big fight, but they wanted to give Kong a win, so whatever. But Godzilla won the first fight, Kong, I guess, won the second fight, and Godzilla had Kong on the ground and unconscious and dying.
That
So
looked
you
like
know
a
what?
rebound.
Godzilla wins.
Which is really, even as someone who was rooting for Godzilla before this movie came out, I think it's weird that Kong lost. Like,
Yeah,
this movie clearly set up Kong to win, and then he just lost.
That's Warner Bros.
it's legendary, but whatever. Listen, the monster fights in this movie, because let's get into things I loved. The monster fights are the best in the series by far to me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what else were you expecting?
I mean, yeah, Kong was doing Showtime punches off buildings. He was doing cool axe things. He was like, standing up above a building, looking down on Godzilla, just came in and tried to get him, but then the dumbass decided to go for the back, but forgot Godzilla had a tail. Dude, I should have been in Kong's corner to help him out.
Yeah, the fights were pretty good, but like, it's just like, fights can't be all your movie has. You gotta have an interesting plot. And this
monsters.
Movie, I thought, for as much as I joke about it, the Journey to the Center of the Earth plot was actually pretty cool.
Cookie?
Yeah, like, it was the more enjoyable plot of the two, because honestly, I don't even know what Millie Bobby Brown, Deadpool 2 Kid, and Guy from Joker were doing.
It was, Millie Bobby Brown, like, what? It was just so uninteresting. Like, I just didn't care at all about it.
They also didn't need to be there. You could have found a more interesting way to incorporate Mechagodzilla into the movie.
Honestly,
Or not even have, you didn't even need Mechagodzilla. You could have set up for a sequel with him. Did you have that idea? Because I know you didn't. Because listen, what else are they gonna do with this MonsterVerse? We want to continue the MonsterVerse. What would you do? Every Monster movie? She's dead.
Also, I don't know what they're gonna go. Where they're gonna go after this movie? Could they because apparently Warner Bros. And Toho Studios made a deal to use Godzilla, and I think this was the last movie that they can use Godzilla in.
Which was weird, because that's why I also thought Kong was going to win. I thought they were going to kill off Godzilla, because this was the last movie they could use.
Yeah, I mean, unless they struck out another deal again.
I mean, honestly, though, this movie wasn't a bad conclusion for Godzilla. Like, him and King Kong screamed at each other. They're homies now, and then he just swam away.
And plus, if
they did fist bump though, which was kind of sad.
I know. I wanted them to fist bump so bad.
No, they should have just kissed.
Honestly, yeah.
Dude, I mean, yeah. Oh, did you guys catch the King Kong versus Godzilla Easter egg in the fight?
What fight? Oh, when he was on the building?
No, when he. I know what you're talking about.
When he shoved the axe in his mouth, like in the original movie where he put a tree in his mouth.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
I caught that meme. I'm like, hey, I've seen that movie before.
I actually did like him using. They showed Kong getting more intelligent this movie, but they did something that makes me so happy. They showed and they didn't tell. Without telling us, oh my god, Kong is smarter. We see Kong getting smarter. He's doing sign language now. He's using. He has cognition. He's using tools.
Because monkey.
I was half expecting him to say a word by the end of this movie.
Yeah, dude, he should totally teach Godzilla how to do sign language.
He literally learned the concept of friendship by the end of this movie. Like, he's actually learning.
Yeah, Godzilla. I mean, not King Kong weirdly had a really good arc.
Yeah, I kind of want to see more of him.
They're going to make more Kong movies after this.
Yeah.
I kind of want a movie that takes place completely in Hollow Earth.
They probably will at this point.
No, listen.
I was talking with Trey about this. You could do a movie where it's just a couple humans get stuck in Hollow Earth and they have to find a way to escape. That would be really...
I'll say this, though, because now that... I don't know if Hollow Earth was an established location or if
it was.
It was?
Well, they mentioned it in King of Monsters, but...
No, I'm not talking about, in this Monsters. I'm talking about, in the previous, installments.
No,
making
yeah. I believe I'm not the biggest monster, kaiju fan, but like I believe that there was an introduction to Hollow Earth as, the monster's home.
So no, I'll say this. I mean, you could easily have a King Kong movie in Hollow Earth, and you can create your own monsters at this point.
Yeah. But because like, listen, Skull Island is by far the best MonsterVerse movie. Like, it's not even a competition. So, I would like to see more Kong movies. At this point, I'm kind of tired of Godzilla because his movies kind of suck. The first 2014 Godzilla, I respect a little bit. It could have been great, but they made two big mistakes and had cutaway monster fights, and they killed Bryan Cranston. It was dumb. But King of Monsters is a whole different can of worms. That's god awful.
I have
Also,
yet to see King of the Monsters, and nor do I ever want to.
this is a little thing I told Trey, but I want to get y'all's opinions on. You know how in Pacific Rim the monsters from that universe are coming through a dimensional rift?
Yeah.
How easily could that dimensional rift just be Hollow Earth?
That
could
work.
That way you can make a crossover.
That
From a technical standpoint, it's not how it's explained in Pacific Rim. They say it's another dimension. But listen, it is not far-fetched by any means to say that the kaiju from Pacific Rim are in Hollow Earth. No one's going to question it because, one, it kind of makes sense in a way, and two, we don't care. We want to see giant robots fight giant monsters again, because we saw that in this movie with Mechagodzilla. When, the ghost of King Ghidorah took over Mechagodzilla and had them fight each other.
Which was honestly the dumbest thing, that the ghost of Ghidorah took.
I don't care, though, because it was cool. I don't care about stupidity. I just want to see cool stuff.
Yeah, I want to see.
And you know what?
I want to see Kong versus Pacific Rim next.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I listened to this podcast a long time ago, but it was long before Godzilla versus Kong was, a thing. But someone said to put Godzilla and Kong in their own Pacific Rim suits, and I'm just like,
yes.
An
even big suit with them two in it.
Yeah, dude, Godzilla and Kong are drift compatible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Overall, Godzilla vs. Kong, if you just want dumb fun for like an hour 45, watch it. But if you want anything deeper than surface level, you're not going to get it here.
What did you expect?
If you want dumb fun, watch the last 45 minutes of this movie. You'll have a good time.
Or better yet, just watch the parts when they're fighting.
Yeah, because there's that ocean fight.
Just watch the really good YouTube video when it's just them fighting. That's the real movie.
No, I'd actually say watch the whole movie for like the Hollow Earth stuff. Just all the Kong stuff. Watch this movie for.
Yeah, I mean,
release the cut without Millie Bobby Brown and boring side quests.
Honestly, if they cut that part out completely and they just had like Mechagodzilla show up for no reason at the end of the movie, I would be 100% okay with that.
Which also, I mean, listen, it's not that far-fetched because, the guy who made Mechagodzilla's daughter was with them. So they could have just, said, oh, okay, they brought up the material. Oh, wait, oh my goodness, big twist, it's Mechagodzilla.
Also,
it's coming because Mechagodzilla was in the trailer.
Also, speaking of stupidity, like slowing down Mechagodzilla by pouring alcohol on like the computer. Stupid. And also, you didn't have to connect it to your dead wife. If you had never not connected to your dead wife, the movie would be better off.
Yeah, listen, they just wanted to give the guy a character trait, so he was more fleshed out instead of, being an insane conspiracy theorist podcaster.
But they Ralph Bonered.
We're already that.
They Ralph Bonered it, where they turned it into a joke.
Yeah.
I like that that's a verb now. Ralph Bonered.
Which also, whatever, the Skarsgård brother, the Skarsgård actor, he had a dead brother, but that again amounts to nothing. So
legitimately completely forgot about that.
Yeah, no, that did happen. I just remembered that, and I'm
also,
like, wow, they just gave these characters traits for no reason.
Why did they make him Mechagodzilla specifically? Why not Mecha Kong? Wouldn't that be like? I mean, there's no reason.
Because Mecha Kong exists, but Mechagodzilla is a more household character. And there's what?
There's a Mecha Kong like that exists.
Yeah.
No. Wait, there is.
Exist. Yeah.
Hold on.
It's not only a Kong movie. It was in some weird TV special.
Yeah,
Like, look at Mecha Kong, it exists.
it does.
But
And King
it's
Kong is
really weird too, because Ghidorah and Mechagodzilla are considered Godzilla's arch nemesis, and they just kind of combine the two.
Which honestly, like, that kind of works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with the ghost of Ghidorah and having Mechagodzilla because it's so stupid, it's funny and awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really, really dumb, but I don't even care. Like, it's cool.
It gave us a cool monster fight, and if that's all it takes, then just give it to me. Just give more of it. I want to see more monster battles, less human
Also,
drama I don't care about.
Speaking of Kong learning cognition, this is actually a thing that like little kids learn. Like when little kids are put in the playground, you're actually expected to observe them as a parent to make sure they're going through basic steps of cognition. And one of those basic steps is learning to like play well and do teamwork. And Kong exhibited that. Like he actually was able to exhibit teamwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, Kong's really a cool character.
Yeah.
Also, you could probably just like sit with him, just vent about life, and he'll be just sitting down and be like, "Yeah, I get you."
Hey, Kong, man, I had a shitty day, man. Can we just, talk?
Monkey.
All
right, Trey. I know you saw the 1962 version, so which one is better?
The one thing, this is what I love about all old school monster movies that these monster movies today need to learn. They don't cut away from the fights so we can have human exposition. They did it in this movie where we had Godzilla and Kong vs Mechagodzilla, but we had to cut back to Russell and what's his name to try to figure out how to shut Mechagodzilla down. And I kept yelling at them, I don't care. But these old monster movies, they knew they're not here for exposition. They just want to see a fight. And I'm like, okay, granted, not all those movies aren't good because we still have an hour and a half of exposition and characters until we get our 30 minutes of monster fights. So, as a movie, I would say this Godzilla vs. Kong is better. The fight is also better.
All right.
In my humble opinion.
Humble opinion. All right. So, any final thoughts, rating, scores?
Monsterverse movies goes Kong Skull Island, Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Fair enough.
Because Skull Island actually had characters that I enjoyed, and John C. Reilly's character in the movie was actually really cool and had a really good arc, and I was really happy for him at the end.
Right. I mean, I haven't seen King of the Monsters, so nor do I plan on seeing it. So for me, I'd probably, I don't know really. I don't know where I'd put Godzilla vs. Kong. I'd have to rewatch Godzilla first to really tell you that.
Listen, I wholeheartedly believe I would have loved Godzilla. If the way I saw it going was it was gonna have this thing where Bryan Cranston and his son were gonna have like reconciliation, and that's how they're gonna help fight Kudo and help Godzilla. But no, they just kill off Bryan Cranston, and I'm like, why?
Right. Well, too late for that now. All right. Anything else?
Is there?
No, about the movie.
It's fine. If you just I'm probably never gonna watch it again unless I'm like with friends. It's actually
I'm gonna watch the monster fights again. That's all I'm gonna watch.
If you are like, I recommend not watching this movie alone. Like, get like some buddies together and like watch it, because this is the kind of movie where you can kind of like joke around during it and no one will be mad. Like, dude, you're talking over Godzilla vs. Kong. What the hell? Like,
All right. Let's go wrap this up. We got one more to talk about. As of recording, yesterday, rapper DMX passed away. Yep.
Rest in peace, man. It was a generally good rapper too. Like,
yeah,
I don't like a lot of rappers, but he was a generally good artist, man.
I really did love his music. He also seemed like a genuinely super nice dude. So it really sucks that he's like gone.
Yeah. All right. So who's gonna do I guess we wrapped it all up. I thought this was gonna be 3 hours long because we had a lot of things to talk about.
I put down a lot of stuff, but we only got like what 2 hours in. That's
Under 10
good,
hours.
dude.
No,
Under
about
2
2
hours.
hours.
Oh no, but you know what? That's okay.
Right.
All right, Trey, end quote.
Yeah. Thank you for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed our voices. But we understand. We took a little while, and so I ask you, were you not entertained?
Okay, that was a good one.
Eh.
That was a good